The political future of New York City Mayor Eric Adams has been put into question as Governor Kathy Hochul met with top political leaders Tuesday to weigh possibly removing him from his position amid a corruption scandal. The public and some city officials have called for Adams to step down. He's facing accusations that when he was the Brooklyn borough president, he accepted more than $100,000 in illegal campaign contributions in exchange for buying his influence, as well as accepting illegal campaign contributions to his 2021 mayoral campaign from foreign nationals and planning to solicit more illegal contributions for his next election. He has pleaded not guilty to the charges. Last week, the Justice Department told federal prosecutors in New York to drop the case, arguing the investigation would affect Adams' ability to govern. Anna Schecter joins us now. She's a senior coordinating producer for CBS News' Crime and Public Safety Unit. So, Anna, CBS News New York's Marcia Kramer has learned Governor Hochul could potentially ask Adams to resign or even invoke her authority to remove him from office. How extraordinary a move would that be, and how likely is that?
It's unprecedented in the state's more than 230-year history. This is an extraordinary move if she does take it, even asking him to resign. But she does have the power to remove him from office. So this is an unusual power that she has. She is not taking this lightly. She could have met with these leaders last week when the Department of Justice memo came down that was so astonishing, ordering prosecutors to drop the case. But she's been taking her time and thinking about it. But what happened last week? The lead prosecutor, the acting U.S. attorney in the Southern District of New York, Danielle Sassoon, herself is a conservative. She resigned in protest, saying this appeared to be a quid pro quo. And so with all of that and, the momentum, people calling for him to resign, there's a lot of pressure on her. So late last night, she put out a statement that she is considering this. She had these meetings, and tomorrow there is a hearing with the judge in the case. He wants to know the rationale. He wants the Department of Justice to lay out that rationale. And our reporting and WCBS's reporting indicates that she wants to wait and see what the judge does.
What more can we expect from tomorrow? I mean, what will we know as the public? What are you expecting?
Well, our team, Scott McFarland, will be in the courtroom tomorrow. So I think that Judge Ho has some pressure on him as well. People have called for him and even filed motions for him to get to the bottom of exactly why the Department of Justice is asking this.
And ultimately, it's up to him to decide whether to accept this dismissal, right? What are the possible outcomes?
So he could accept the dismissal, as most people expect will eventually happen. If he doesn't, though, it's sort of a strange limbo because he can't force a Department of Justice to prosecute a case that it doesn't want to prosecute.
Fascinating.
And so that might just kick the ball down the field and just delay the inevitable of this case sort of dying on the vine. Now, the memo did say wait till after the November election, and then we'll see. I wonder, there's a big question, will Mayor Adams win that election in November? I'm given all of this political pressure, all the calls for him to resign. It is not looking great for him. But the Department of Justice's extraordinary memo last week, what it did do is it opened the door for the case to be revisited after the election.
And it also mentioned that one of the reasons that the DOJ would drop the case is because it would interfere with the mayor's ability to enact the president's agenda, specifically when it comes to immigration. That, correct me if I'm wrong, is what Danielle Sassoon had pointed to in terms of her allegations of a quid pro quo, which Adams and his attorneys
That goes to the heart of the matter. She said that she witnessed Adams' attorneys in an in-person meeting with members of the Department of Justice and her team saying, we will help you enforce this immigration crackdown in our city. Remember, New York City is a sanctuary city. We will get on board with your policies if you make this case go away. That was her perception, and therefore she resigned last week.
Anna Schecter, thank you.